These characters might be familiar to you, or not. These are DC properties, the Metal Men. And yes, the Metal Men are in the same universe as Superman, Batman, Joker, Robin, Catwoman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, the Legion of Superheroes, Harley Quinn, Aquaman, Justice League, Constantine, all that stuff, okay? So here are the classic Metal Men from 1962. These characters came before X-Men, before Green Goblin, okay? I want you to keep this in mind. So after Justice League and before X-Men, before Doom Patrol, which is DC and X-Men is Marvel, these characters came before. So this is classic Metal Men. And here's the recent comic book by Dan Didio. Some people call him Dan Didio, but he did his best. He does his best here. This is a good first issue. Didn't buy the other issues. Here is the classic. Here's the new classic version of Metal Men by Dan Didio and other people. Now, this is what I've been working on for the last couple of months, even before the lockdowns. By the way, Albertsons is kind of kicking people out without masks. You know what would be good, Albertsons, is if you give people free masks, sealed, and give them to them, and then they have to wear it to enter the store. Okay, because wearing a mask doesn't guarantee shit. Just, rant over about Albertsons. So this is Dr. Magnus. This is my new version. Now, just like when Tim Burton changed Batman, when Denny O'Neil changed Batman back to being dark, when Paul Dini gave Mr. Freeze Nora Freeze, and added Harley Quinn to the Joker. These characters are now been redone. Now, what I want to do is I can't do a movie. I can't do a fan fiction. I could do a fan fiction and like writing a story, but I want to do more. And I can't do a fan film because of the times we're in right now, and it's hard to find friends. I could do a fan slideshow. So that's what I plan to do. I plan to do a fan slideshow, maybe add some music. I'll do my best. The music will probably be just generic heavy metal sounding music, because heavy metal, Metal Men, which is one of the things I made changes to. So this one is based on myself. This is Dr. Will Magnus. What is his character like? His character is sociopathic. He doesn't talk to his family. He's had abuse. He's very much like me in real life. He has a sister, and his sister is married to, I'm trying to remember his name. I think it's Orson, Roy Orson, kind of like Roy Orbison, but it's Mike Orson, I think his name. So anyway, I'm confusing you right now. So this is Will Magnus from the old Will Magnus here, okay? So there's Will Magnus here, and there's the new one. Now, he is Latino. He is based on me. What you're looking at are abstracts. These are 10 dodecahedrons. These are platinum shards. These are mercury blobs. Here's an arm or a leg of iron. This is lead triangles. And here are gold crosshatches, like chain links. And this is the backstory is that Dr. Magnus has hemophilia. He has a handicap, and it cost him his leg in surgery. So he has a leg made out of iridium, because in one of the versions of Metal Men, Gold, the leader, this guy here, Gold, who is, I'll show you in a bit, Gold, the leader of the group, died, and Magnus turned into a Metal Man himself out of iridium. So basically what the Metal Men are, it's Dr. Magnus creating artificial beings out of metals, out of the 6 metals. There are other new characters from New 52, but I'm not going to use those. I'm just going to use the original 6 people. Okay, 5 guys, 1 girl. So this one here is Dr. Magnus, okay? Then this is Tina Ulloa. So her name is Sharon Christina Ulloa. Most of the names I took from the 93 incarnations, the backstories. So this is what she looks like hiding her platinum body. So this is based on Sweet Anita. Do you know who Sweet Anita is? Look her up. Sweet Anita is on Twitch and YouTube. So she has a handicap. The real Anita has a handicap of Tourette's syndrome. So this character also has Tourette's. I'm not sure if the human counterparts who die in a terrible accident and then their robot counterparts come to life. I'm not sure if the original counterparts had the disabilities, but I wrote that each and every character has a disability, including the enemy, the villain, the antagonist of the story. So this kind of plays out like Aquaman and Shazam. Like it's very much like there are good guys and a bad guy. Okay, so here we have Sharon Christina Oloa, Platinum. So the only female of the group. I wanted to base these on real people. Okay, real people and not like ideal actors or ideal musicians. I wanted to really make it feel grounded. So hers is a lot of waves and water waves, things like that. Very strong. Different properties of metal I will use in the story. This is Mike Orson. Mike Orson, also known as Gold. Mike Orson is an artificial version of Will Magnus's real life or his real brother-in-law. Now the story is that the backstory I've written is that Mike Orson and Christina Ulloa have an affair. So he's cheating on Will's sister. So if you think about it like this, Will has a sister who got married to Mike, and Mike has an affair with Christina. This doesn't matter, no. These two die, and their robot counterparts take their places. But the backstory is the original two people have an affair. Mike Orson, Gold, is based on Ed Helms, a little bit of Ed Norton. Yeah, so Edward Norton, Ed Helms, those two actors, and a guy I know who I work with at my library, kind of a tall Dudley Do-Right kind of guy, Caucasian with the black horn-rimmed glasses and yellow lens. So I got inspired to make this character. Okay, so that's this guy. Now we get to this one. This is Led. I made him African American, black. Led has these triangle shapes. So Led is this big tough guy, right? This big bruiser kind of guy. Notice that they're all wearing, like, you see the pagan symbols and stuff. This is all heavy metal, like heavy metal outfits. And this is another heavy metal outfit. He's based on, what's his name? He passed away. One guy he's based on is WWE superstar Mark Henry. And the UFC superstar who passed away was Kimbo Slice. So if you think of Kimbo Slice and Mark Henry, that's who this guy is, okay? So he's a big, tough guy. His human counterpart was a security guard. And I'm trying to remember his name. I think his name is Jack Zeppelin, after Led Zeppelin. So that was a real life name. But he's called Led. So the idea is that all these people die and the robots take their place. So this is Jack Zeppelin. Now this is Dreamcast 84, but not Dreamcast 84. I hope he's okay. I hope the virus has not gotten him already. So Dreamcast 84 was the model for this one. I just looked up pictures of him. This is Iron. And I'm trying to remember what his name was. I'm trying to remember, but I cannot remember. Yeah, I can't remember. Some of these characters' names I have to go back and look up. I don't have the notes with me. So this guy, I think his handicap is that he cannot feel pain. Or he has swollen body parts. I'm not sure what his handicap is. His would be asthma. So I just made up asthma as a handicap. I don't base it on anything like that. I don't think Dreamcast has asthma, but I needed different handicaps for each character, so they have limitations to their powers. So he's a robot. Think of Michael Bay's Transformers CGI effects, and that's basically Iron. So we have gold, we have platinum, gold, iron, and lead and iron. Now this is based on an actor If you look up in IMDb or look up on YouTube, Kid Nation. Kid Nation was a reality show that took place on a sort of a movie set type of ghost town in the middle of the desert. And it was a reality show that had kids in it. It was a primetime show. All these kids, most of them were child actors, and they were like competing for a prize. I don't know what it was. One of the actors was Anjay Ahoda, AnjayAjohdha. He is Indian. What I decided to do was like, yes, he's Tin, the insecure character. So in the comic books, Iron is super strong. Lead is the big bruiser. Gold is the leader. Tina's the girl. Where are you, Tina? Where are you, Tina? There you are. And then Anjay. So his name is Tommy Anjay Tinkham. So I put his Indian name as the middle name. He's an Indian first, but he's an American foremost. So that's why it's Tommy Anjay Tinkham. But I can't remember what Iron's name was, his real name, his human counterpart's name. So Tin is the insecure character of the group. And then we have Mercury. Mercury is Redmond Yao Wild. So based on Yao Ming and an Asian volunteer I know I'm working with. So his name is Alex. Alex is a nice guy. He does a lot of work. So Alex is not a tall basketball player. So I wanted to do was take Yao Ming and make him scrawny and tall, but kind of make him hot-headed. So between the six of them and Dr. Will Magnus, you have 7 people. That's Dr. Will Magnus and his Metal Men. And so he can turn into blobs and stuff like that. I'm not sure what his handicap is. I'm not sure what his handicap. These two have a handicap. I know with Gold, I think it's his eyesight. He may be blind. He may be deaf. I'm not sure. I want to put handicaps on each character so I kind of give them depth. Okay? So that's it. So that's the Metal Men. Okay? So the idea is that these 6 people die except for Will Magnus, and then they come back to life as robots. So they are dead, and Will, through his carelessness, killed them. So let's look at the antagonist. Now, I based this antagonist on on Antonio Banderas. And here we have, if you can see, the glitter. I use glitter and shiny paper. You can kind of see the eyes a bit. This is Antonio Banderas as Dr. Bruce Gordon, or one of the most dangerous characters in the DC universe is Eclipso. So that was the idea, was to have Eclipso. So basically the backstory is that Dr. Bruce Gordon is the senior director at Cord Institute, and Dr. Will Magnus is the junior member. So he's the deputy. So he's like the vice. He's the second in charge, and Dr. Bruce Gordon is the first in charge. So Dr. Bruce Gordon has a handicap too. He has cerebral palsy. So if you try to look up Antonio Banderas in Pain and Glory, where he has a beard and hair, real like frizzy hair, try to imagine that where he has cerebral palsy. I think one actor did cerebral palsy. William H. Macy played a door-to-door salesman with cerebral palsy. So it's not cruel. You're trying to get the method. And so he makes a deal with the devil. He gets this black diamond. He makes these tattoos, and he can channel this dark half of himself. So you can see this sort of dark matter. And this is why I used black paper to hint and nod at this villain that would be at the very end. And the enemy, in the case of Aquaman, it was Ocean Master and Black Manta. In the case of Shazam, it was Black Adam. In the case of Superman, Lex Luthor, Batman, Joker. Here, it's Eclipso, and he turns an entire group of people into like Eclipso zombies, revealing their dark half. So the Metal Men have to fight a whole community of people. This is what's so different. So not paying attention to any of the recent projects like Gotham High or New Mutants. I wanted to do something that was me and something that was myself, nothing governed by any politics, anything. So let's put these back side to side if I can. If I can't, I'll do my best. But yeah, these characters are a little bit of work in progress. But what I want to do over the weekend is take the time to put these together. So here they all are. Fantastic, right? So that's it. So thank you all for tuning in. Wish me luck. I'm revitalizing the Metal Men, the least important characters in DC Universe that you know them when you see them. Okay, when you know them, you see them right away. Within 5 seconds, you know who they are. And Barry Sonnenfeld was supposed to do something. He didn't do anything. He just moved on. And so I decided to do what I have to do. So tune in. I'm not sure when I'm going to start doing this. Over the weekend, I'm going to plot out the stories. So until then, be good, be safe. We will get through this soon, and we will grow restless, and we will change the world. Well, at least we'll just change how fiction's told.